Frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't right it. We break you down like a pound. I got it.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he finds Howard complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Right there. 54 Mike. Go 14. Switch. Check. Hey, check 24.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Quick, 280. 36 power. 150, one left. 54's Mike.
Now Wilson on first down. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Rashad Penny. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That one a first down pickup of 8. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Penny, a first down carry, and he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
We go! 90 Wolf! Let's go, D! Get it!
On first down, Patterson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ready, ready.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Patterson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. 54. Hey, exit. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check back, check back. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Patterson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 26, check 26. Shift, watch the shift.
Now it's Wilson. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check 50, check 50.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And an alley to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, 0-0-0.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Here we go. Hey, switch gears. Out.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Here we go. Watch the shit. Reload. Watch the shit. You got tight right there. Under crush.
Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Check. Watch 54. I got it. Go.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the draw, this is Smith. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Good job right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Come on. 25. Look for signal. Check.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
50, plant.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
From the gun on 3rd down. Patterson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. This is taken around the 12. He spins free. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
This is Penny. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get that quarterback. Mike's 54. Good job right there. Mike's 54. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. That's caught by Jennings. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
In the face. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. I'll get him. Get him.
Back to throw. Patterson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Patterson. He's going to look deep down the field. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Alert. 14, find it. Wide, get wide. 14. Kill.
Now Wilson to throw again. That's complete to Smith. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready? 10 logo. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Bound to lose one.
Throwing on first down. Patterson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It leads to second and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The final shot before break. Patterson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch the slant.
Off the play fake. Patterson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first and 10, Patterson. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Set 18, Gator. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Now.
Back to throw. Patterson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Okay, break. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Target, 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 target.
Ready. 2nd and 4. This will be caught at about the 6. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Coleman, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half, and they came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Rush in, rush in. Run left.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Zebra. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Switch. Jam.
Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Alert, 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 alert. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Crouch. Crouch. Gun. Gun, gun.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. 40, 40, 40, 40. Hey, hey.
Throwing again here. Wilson flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. A first down carry for Smith, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check, check. Fresno. Fresno. I'll go Fresno. I'll go point.
They'll run it again with Smith. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Smith trying to run for it. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown.
Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Got it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Yep. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
On first down, Patterson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Patterson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Make these babies crawl all the way back home. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's go, Jack.
To throw again, Patterson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Team 6, Team 6. Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's put him on the Let's put that team on the box.
On third down, Patterson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready? HE Gator.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And Lobo. Check Mike 21. Watch the run. Smooth. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, go.
Throwing on first down, Patterson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Second and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case.
And oh, it's blocked. And the Niners have it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
We got it. We got it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. And the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, heavy?
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Patterson. And some space here. There he goes right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. 2nd and 3. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the eye. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Mike 51.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now, the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No,
not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey. Hey, watch that. Shoot.
From the gun, Patterson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Check. Walk 54. Oh, here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. On second down now. It's Carson trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Under 10. Good. Right there. 54, right there. 54 miles.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Niners take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
On 1st and 10, Patterson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Go.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Go.
Nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory. At the 45-yard line.
First down and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Line 90.
Mike spot 4. Hey.
On first down, Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Let's go. Calm the crowd. Come
95.
We want it.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.